Hello, hello, it is I, and I am only an hour late today. Yeah, my sleep schedule is all effed up, but I managed to get here and get ready in just an hour more than it would normally take me. So, I consider that an accomplishment. Particularly considering how it's been like a week and a half since I've streamed. Hey, so we're doing something different today. Because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of getting a little tired of stage 3 and stage 4 hard. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the new characters, new to this patch, right? New to 0.7, Fantasy and Force, and we're gonna get them caught up to stage 3 hard. I don't anticipate we'll be able to do that all in one stream, but we'll probably have it done by the end of the stream Tuesday. That would be my guess. So, first, that leads us with Pecora. So, Pecora. We happen to know we want money. Hey look, we already have money selected. But we want more money. And one thing I learned, I actually read the patch notes for the last time they adjusted the characters. And it turns out, it probably doesn't say this in the description of the skill, but it turns out that the amount of coins that Pecora gets from some of her skills, and I think maybe her special too, scales with skill damage. Which is interesting. So, we're doing that. We're doing skill damage. I think. Okay, I am actually going to pull up the wiki here. Because there are 4 items that I know we need. Oops. And then the rest are kind of like, we'll see. I think I know what I want, but I'm not 100%. So I'm just gonna double check. I don't remember what I ran last time I ran Pecora, but last time I ran Pecora and wasn't farming for fan letters, because I did do that with her. Oh, that's right. I still need Nodoka's fan letter, but that'll be in stage 2 hard, which we can absolutely do. Right. Chance to gain size. Crit. Explosions. Yeah. That's 20% crit there. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I think here's what I think. I think we have these 4: Piggy Bank, Super Chats, GWS Pill, and Beetle. There's 4 there, right? We could use a little bit more crit chance, because this at max level is only 25% crit chance. We get 20 from our skill, one of our skills. We could probably use this so that we're maximizing our luck. We don't need that. So, we have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have room for 2 more items. Here's the thing. We need a super collab. And I have 2 in mind. There's Hope Soda, because we will have crits. But the problem I have with running Hope Soda is that we don't really want to lower our special cooldown. In fact, we kind of want more special cooldown, or more special cooldown reduction, which is why Idle Costume might be good. But the problem with Idle Costume and Idle Live as our super collab is that with Idle Live, if we get a good roll on our special, the screen is cleared. We don't need the stats from Idle Live. So I kind of have to wonder how exactly we want to do this. The other option, and the reason I haven't gotten rid of Kusogaki Shackles yet, is that we could go Hope Soda with Kusogaki Shackles. And in that case, that would also help us with the pickup or introduction of Piggy Bank, but that's not a big deal. In that case, we would keep our special cooldown, but also get crit damage. Other options include Snow Queen, which would give us crit, but not consistent crit. We could... Genghis Khan, which doesn't really have any particular synergy with Pecora's kit. And Holy Fire, which is probably bad to run because we don't want the reduced crit chance. Because that'll bring down our luck. So I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. It's between Hope Soda and Idle Costume for the Super Collab. I don't... Wait, hold on. So 25 to 40, 55... Theoretically we'll have enough crit chance even without Tiara. But Tiara does increase the chance of us getting greed, which really helps us get to that 40k coin point where our main weapon's damage is maxed. I mean, if we don't really care about the loss of pickup range on Piggy Bank, then I guess having Idle Costume does more for us than Kusogaki Shackles would. So I guess we're running both Idle Costume and Hope Soda. It's interesting. I have to remind myself now whether we have melee bias. I don't think so. Or if we do, it's not huge. All weapons and skills. Trigger an explosion. Not really. Like, arguably, the explosion could be considered melee bias, but I don't think it's a huge deal. Okay, so in that case, we'll stick with this, and then for items... Okay, so our super collab is going to be True Infinite BL Works. We'll have Idle Costume there as well, partially to offset the cooldown reduction, or cooldown increase from Hope Soda, but also just because we want lower cooldowns. And then once we get our Super Collab, then that will be just... it'll just be an effect in full, basically. So now we just kind of pick stuff we want, because again, we really don't have any... Well, okay. We do have slight melee bias. Because if we get greed, then we want to be hitting things with our main weapon, which means if we have shorter range weapons, then we're more likely to be hitting with our main weapon most of the time rather than the secondary weapons. Okay, so we do have melee bias. It's not a strong melee bias, but it is melee bias. That would have to be that, which means that has to go with one of these. We don't have any CC, so we might as well bring down, put in tiers. And then you with you with you. Are we good? I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Okay. Cool. Pecora time. Pecora. Let's go classic. Stage. A stage that's not stage 3 or 4 hard. Dash is good. And then one of the few characters where we actually want to run Fruit Sandwich. Because we really do want as many coins as possible. Oh yeah, our capstone here is Beetle. Yeah, Beetle. GWS Bill, go. Okay. Super chats. Yes, please. Perfect. Get rid of Holu for more super chats. This stage is so open, it's crazy. I can just move around wherever I want. So nice. Okay. More chat. Super chat. Oh. Pyromaniac on Pecora is kind of like Death on Callie, except it just doesn't have the insta-kill, which is fine. I think Pecora is strong enough without it. Let me just... Okay, good. Use membership, although we could reasonably run that even now. Like we wouldn't even have to use it as a capstone and it would be fine with this character. So currently 22 luck. We'll see how that changes over the course of the run. We know that crit might be a little weird with Tiara, but you know. I'm still pretty convinced that Tiara doesn't work 100% as it's meant to, but... Oh, see, now we have 13. It's interesting. It's interesting to watch the numbers in the bottom left. Particularly since I don't feel like I'm in that much danger. Because it's so much easier than what we've been doing. So much. Alright. Yeah, let's go, coins. I think this is the first time on stream that I've actually done a run with either fantasy or force characters and had them at Gachikoi level, which is neat. You know, yeah, you'll notice we don't have to worry about leveling up our skills because we're at Gachikoi. Okay. TR2 is fine, not great, but it's not worth dropping. Male costume. Ooh, Latias. Not anymore. Okay. Size is good. We like size. GWS pill for more crit. See, that should have brought my luck up, but it doesn't seem to have. What is my luck at or crit at right now? 69.75. Which theoretically should be plenty to max out my luck, but it does not seem to be the case. Or it could be one of those changes that that they did, like, you know, the whole skill damage thing I was talking about earlier. One of those changes where, you know, they update it and then they don't update the tooltip, which, you know, greed is good. We love greed. Oh, do we get the... Yay, we get all the coins there. Alright, we're getting, we're in a good spot. We have greed. We have both of our coin items plus greed. We're already a quarter of the way to our coin goal. Book, yes, we want that. Because we have piggy bank, we're not going to lose our coin buff. Even if we get really unlucky with greed and super chat time. Just obliterated. Ah, this feels so good. It feels so good going back to, you know, being overpowered. After struggling time and time again. To be fair, Picora is one of those characters where even in later levels I could see, like, being okay. I mean, we don't have any sort of, like... We aren't built defensive at all, right? We don't have any, We're gonna upgrade size. We don't have any, like... extra HP or damage reduction, which is very useful for both Stage 3 and Stage 4 hard. But even then, she's got healing, which keeping herself at full health is almost as good in that scenario. For those stages, I mean. Alright. Alright, Diago. Can you just die now? Holy moly, you're taking a lot of hits. There you go. Sure. Yeah, I guess not really what we're looking for, but alright. Max that out. Weakness stamp. We'll take it. Theoretically, something else you could run, because you are running Piggy Bank, is you could run Move Speed. Which, I mean, that would get you more coins, arguably, but also arguably not, because if you're running less crit chance, then you have less luck, then you have less chance for the slots to go in your favor. And if you don't have the coin items, then that's very much not going to get you what you want. We'll upgrade greed here. Yeah, ultimately, move speed is fine on Pecora, but not optimal, I would say. Hey, fan letter! I mean, if any character was gonna get some fan letters to drop. Bloom and gloom. Okay. Rocket launcher, we want to finish this off so we can get our damage boost. And that comes at the very end of that build. Gonna re-roll on this. Well, no, we can take Tiara 3. We've got 6 stamps drop. That's reasonable for Tiara 3. Was gonna re-roll, but... Also, I just remembered Pecora has a little bit of melee bias, because if you're close enough, when you hit someone with the rocket will go through them rather than exploding right on them. Which means it'll do more damage and hit more people. So ultimately, you do kind of want to be in melee range with Pecora. I'm remembering this now. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice to be able to just move in an open area. Like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. Oh, hey guys. Let me just blast away at that wall there. This little corner as well. Okay, cool. We're almost at the 40k mark, which is, yeah. It's where our main weapon damage maxes out. Psycho X, or at least the bonus on the Awakened version. Yep, X. Okay. Alrighty. I believe that was the math, right? It was 40k where it's maxed out, and not 400k. Let me double check. So, oh wait, it's on this. So, every 100 holo coins up to a limit of 400%. Right. So, it's 400 times 100. 4,000, 40,000. Yeah, okay. It's just kind of hard for me to believe that we're getting there so quickly, you know? That's why I had to double check. Then after that, we can get rid of greed, actually. Not that it isn't still doing us some good, because, you know, coins heal us, but we can actually just get rid of it at that point. Because we're not getting any more damage off of it. We could get the bomb stamp instead. Which is literally Pecora's stamp. I honestly don't know how it stacks with the explosions that are already there. I guess it just makes another explosion on top of the pre-existing explosions. Ooh, this is a good time for this. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're over the 40k. This, I guess. Yep, we don't really need any coins anymore, aside from just healing. Because now we got the big damage. Yeah, part of the reason, actually, that I wanted to swap to doing Stage 1 and 2 hard is because one of the few things I have left to unlock in this game is the rest of the fan letters. And I don't feel like I can efficiently do that, like grind for those, which, you know, if I really need to grind for them, I'll probably do it off camera. Because I don't think that by itself is interesting enough. But I don't really feel like I can effectively do that when I still have... when most of the enemies are still going to show up in stages I still need to beat with some characters. So, that is why I'm like... so basically once I'm done with Fantasy and Force on Stage 1 and 2 hard, I'm going to look at all the enemies that are in Stage 1 and Stage 2 and their hard versions, and I'm going to figure out, like, okay, what fan letters am I still missing, and then I can grind those out. We need the dagger, friend. Dagger would be nice. But, you know, curse is fine too. We're going to roll for dagger. Enchanted dagger. Enchanted dagger. Anything enchanted? No? Okay, cool. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to take something unenchanted then. Maybe should have saved one of those boxes. Yeah. Look at this nonsense. They're not even getting close to us anymore. It's silly. It's just outright silly. Let's go. More coins. Not that it really matters, but I guess we're taking unenchanted dagger. Not that it really matters. I don't think Black Plague really needs a lot of enchants. I think maybe the only one that really helps it is cooldown. But like maybe size helps, but like I don't know if it actually affects the range at which it will spread. We don't need to upgrade greed. In fact, I'll probably swap greed here. Looks like we don't necessarily need marking either, but marking is going to get us more damage. And we'll upgrade weaken. Because if you get hit by a rocket and have your defense reduced, and then get hit by an explosion because the rocket killed someone else, that's a pretty good combo. Lamau now. I don't want to take any credit away from KU and his team. But I wonder if they've put as much thought into, you know, the builds and stuff, the mechanics of this game as some people like me have. Because, like, I know most people who play this game don't get this into it, right? We're going bomb. Alright, they don't go this in depth with building a character. I don't really want sausage. I could take glow stick though. And of course, they pay some attention to, like, you know, what's going to be the best build. This game wouldn't be as balanced as it is if they didn't. But I just wonder, like, you know, what have I thought of that they haven't? You know, Okay. I guess we'll take Spy. You know what? No, I'm taking Attack Up. Thank you. You had 2 different items you could give me that I already have. You were like, no, I'm gonna try and force an unenchanted item on you. Nope. Oh, that's awkward. I'll just dash out of it. Explosions. So many explosions. Ooh. Okay, just spawn already, guys. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's an example. That spot right there is an example of what I've talked about before, where eventually they get to the point where they just have those red zones where it's like, oh, we're gonna spawn something, and then they don't, and then nothing spawns there. It does damage if you stand there, but nothing spawns there. It's like the lightning, but maybe just a more rudimentary implementation of it. If I had to guess, I would say, and it really feels like I'm bashing the devs today, but it's not what I'm trying to do. If I had to guess, it would be like a, well, we don't quite know how to do this, so we'll do it this way. And then and then eventually they learned, like, oh, okay, here's how we do a stage hazard, basically, without having to spawn in a invisible enemy that instantly dies. Well, it's like, it reminds me of how in League of Legends, if you have a character that has an ability that creates terrain, I don't think this is the case now, but initially when they did these sorts of abilities, they just made it a wall of minions. Like, in the code, they actually just spawned a bunch of minions that were invincible. And it was kind of funny. I don't think that's how they do it anymore. But, or for another League example, the character Yasuo, with his wind wall, it's meant to just block any projectile. It used to be, I think they changed this at some point. It used to be that his wind wall wouldn't actually, like, make the projectile despawn or anything. It would just move it off the map so that it couldn't hit anyone. Which is kind of funny to me. Black Plague acquired. I guess damage does help a little bit, but not that much. Maybe I should have kept that anvil around, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, well. There's all sorts of fun little tricks that... Oh, hey, perfect. The game devs use to get things to work that may not be obvious just by playing the game. Yeah, I've been holding my dash a lot, and I really don't need to. I've gotten so used to playing the harder levels where I, like, actually need my dash to dodge things. Whereas now I could just use it for more coins, which, again, doesn't do us that much. But it also gives us, like, a second of invulnerability, so that's cool. Yeah. Man, this is almost too easy now. Like, where are the stakes, man? Well, we're playing Mania next, so... I don't think I could get too comfortable. Also, how... Oh, wait, it's because we had our special. That's why we only had 52% crit. But now we have 79%. Which, yeah, it looks like our luck is maxing out at 22 for whatever reason. Even though it says 30 in the tooltip, but whatever, I guess. Okay. It's fine. Oh, projectiles. Maybe that'll take me down. Maybe. Okay, that bigger number is better, right? Okay. True infinite BL works. Good. Guess this is the part where my prism goes away. Nice. Because, yeah, I am going to get hit by these projectiles quite a bit. Nah. Nah. Beetle! I guess gaining more coins at this point doesn't really matter. Crit damage. Damage and crit damage. See, the defense reduction on this is only 10%. So if we're just going for damage, yeah, attack up is better. Okay. Okay, guys. Good stuff. The Garasu is here. And the sunlights. Got him. Beetle finished. Water finished. Attack up finished. I guess we didn't really need Beetle. In which case, we could have run Shackles, but that would make something else the capstone, and I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe Idol Costume, but... Or maybe Shackles? No, because at this point, the only thing Shackles would be helping us with is the piggy bank, which we don't really care about. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I mean, we did say we could run speed as well, but again, that's just going to get us more coins. Curious. What a curious character to build. Oh, that guy was gonna explode. That's why that was there. Okay. No. None of that. Alright, here we are. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right, we're doing this. I think we're okay. Well, here comes Bay. Halloween Bay, specifically. Nice try. But no go. No, I did get hit once there. Oh, and I still have my prism, actually. Color me surprised. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And donezo. Well, yeah, that was, easier than anticipated. Honestly. We're gonna go on to stage 2 hard now, actually. I wanted to kind of just run through those 2 stages at once, because that means I have to do less switching of builds. Okay, Beetle as a capstone was not really necessary. What else could we run in that spot? I mean, a lot of things, but honestly, I think maybe. Huh. I think perhaps we actually run membership as our capstone. Because at that point, like, we have plenty of coins. We don't need any more. And we just keep getting them. So do this. And we'll go to stage 2 hard. Same loadout. Idle costume, sure. No, I didn't get lucky on the first roll. Restart. Could do that. I won't, but I could. Get me tiara, please. GWS pill is good. Alright, we're back to a more restricted stage, but at least it's infinitely scrolling in one direction. What? Ooh, axe, we could take that. This. Okay. No boxes over there. Oh, look, one spawned right there. Love that for us. Rocket launcher, yes. I can grab these coins. Piggy bank, perfect. Upgrade piggy bank. Get those coins ASAP. No, I didn't need those burgers, but we'll take them. I missed him. I was aiming for the fan, but I missed him. No. I once again did not get the roll I was looking for. Darn slots. GWS pill, yes. Increase my luck. Beautiful, love that. Coins are muy bueno. Ah. I've actually been watching a bit of Pecora lately. As I've mentioned before, I don't tend to go out of my way to watch the JP side of things, but I don't know, I was just looking for... I can tell you what I was looking for. I was looking for someone to playing Undertale. I don't know why. It's just, I felt like, and that's what I felt like watching, you know? I was like, okay, let's see. Who do I like has played this? And it turns out quite a few people. Pecora being one of them. And so yeah, I started watching Pecora play Undertale, and it's pretty fun. Although I will say, I haven't watched as much of her playing it as I have of Marin. Because even though, dear God, I cannot for the life of me keep up with whatever Marin is saying, with how fast she talks, somehow I still find her more entertaining. And I had a thought, actually. When I was watching Marin, again, I don't know enough Japanese to know everything she's saying, especially since she talks really fast. When I was watching Marin, I was kind of getting the same vibe as when I see Gigi on screen. And that just kind of made me think, like, wait, is Gigi the EN Marin? And I feel like she kind of is. Because, like, they're both very high energy, infectious laugh, hilarious screams, both very down bad. Although, I would say the difference in figure has something to do with how it's received a lot of the time. So yeah, honestly, I feel like GG is like the long-awaited Marin of EN. Which, you know, isn't at all to belittle either of their skill sets, but I just noticed some similarities, so. Just in watching the both of them. No, don't do that. If you're gonna explode, it's because I'm going to make you explode. Yeah, moral of the story, Gigi Murin and Osho Marin. They should collab. That would be interesting. I don't think they have to this point, but we'd have to see. Also, yes, I'm feeling comfortable enough that I'm gonna run Trumpet. Funny thing is, I can barely hear it with the way my stream setup is. If you didn't know, I don't use headphones. Because I just don't like wearing headphones. They're just uncomfortable to me. So, yeah, I literally have the sound coming through the speakers on my TV. That's how I've done it. As long as I've done this stuff, not just streaming, but for the YouTube videos too. When I'm recording those, it's the same way. I don't know if that has any particular effect really on my content, but If that makes it somehow, you know, if there's like a tangible difference in, you know, what I make because of it. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just a thing I do, and it's a preference I have. I will probably always have, because it's just uncomfortable. Oh. There's another healer over there. We're gonna have to fix that. Cool. Thank you for the axe levels. I will take a level in soda now. It almost feels like the enemies in this level are weaker than the last. But that could just be because we're only 6 minutes into this level and we were used to the, you know, the 20-minute enemies in the last one. Beam. Or does feel like there might be less of them now, but again, could just be because they're weaker and we're killing them faster. I want to roll. All right, we don't have Hope Soda maxed. I guess I could have used that as my excuse not to roll. There's lots of stuff over here for some reason. You know, I feel like we could use the lightweight stamp, actually. Oh, we do have Soda Max now. Let's put points at TR now. I do feel like I could actually use the lightness stamp here because, as mentioned before, speed gives us more coins. Sure. I mean, none of these are great stamps for Picora, but it's fine. They're all at least better than Trumpet. At least when you've played this game for 400 hours. Because, like, yes, it is... The Trumpet and Reverse and RGB are amusing in the first few times you run into them. But at this point, it's like, oh, okay, that's just fodder for me to feed to other stamps. Oh. I did not notice the bot. Get out of here, nerd. Okay. Come on. Book. Yes, that's what we were looking for. Thank you for the book. Oh, a lot of experience there. Just kind of lying around. Book time. Time for book. You know, when there are fewer enemies, it really makes your aim kinda matter. Got him. Okay, now we're over 400 or 40k, so we don't really need coins anymore, which means we don't really need the lightness stamp anymore. Okay. But not really gonna get rid of it till something else drops, you know. God, they keep trying to give me plug, but okay, I guess. They really wanted me to take plug. And at this point, it's fine, because I have my super collab stuff. I still would prefer pretty much anything else, but it's fine. Boy. We didn't even get greed this time, and we already... What the is... Huh? I don't think that's supposed to happen. We didn't even get greed this time, and we kind of already got the coins we need. In fact, we have way more, somehow. Kind of funny. Also kind of funny that that anvil spawned outside the map. Alright, it's not what we want. Okay, collab time. Beautiful. Yeah, these guys aren't getting to me. That's just not happening. We got too much damage. That is going to bug me that that arrow's there, though. Like, it ain't gonna kill me, but it's gonna bug me. Okay. Solo, sure. We'll take that over lightness. Solo, not to be confused with slow. You know, they kinda sound similar. Nope. There goes Achan, and there goes Miko Danye. You know what? I was gonna say something else, but you know what? This works too. Sure. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Dagger, This is looking slightly like our build last run, surprisingly. Except we're going to be running Lightning Wiener, which we were not running last time. You know, I kind of wonder, are Yagos, I think this might not be the case, because I think I've encountered this scenario before. Are Yagos considered bosses for the sake of things like Hekora Special or Mume Special or what have you? Because if they aren't, then those specials become they're fine, even in like endless at 30 minutes, right? But if they are, then something like at 30 minutes, Mume Special just kind of isn't good. In fact, it's more of a detriment. If it doesn't kill any enemies, then you don't get any haste from the special, nor do you get, you know, the screen wipe that it would normally give you. But I think they do count as, or I don't think they count as bosses. I think they just count as regular enemies. I'm pretty sure. Ooh. RGB. That's a different VTuber group song. Good one. Did enjoy it. I wouldn't call it one of my favorites, but it was good. That's a Miss RGB by I believe it's Numi, Bao, and Shy Lily? Might have been Tricky instead. I don't remember. I think it was that first like I said. They're all kind of in the same group, so I mean, not officially, of course, but we can take the size up, sure. That's cool. Haste is also good for us. I'll take that over cold. Oh, now we're getting all the stamps. Alright. Marking. Yeah. I'm gonna keep haste. Curse. Aw. Nice and simple, this run. You just run left and right. And keep running left and right. And shooting everything. It's not terribly difficult. God. Do I want to pick up this box right away? I guess it's fine. Kind of, maybe not. Hold on. Projectile up is a big deal. I'm gonna hold off on that box so that we can roll for sausage, hopefully. Or just get it. That works for me. I ain't gonna complain about that. I remember when I had trouble with this stage. I say that. Some characters that we have left to play on this stage are probably gonna give me trouble. Cough, cough, modding. Considering, you know, I was having trouble with modding on stage 5, which is significantly easier than this, in theory. Roll them. Slots. Good stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's that other collab that we got last time. That was also our second collab last time. Yeah, I feel like Black Plague doesn't fit super well with crit builds. But we don't exactly have any other options for a dagger collab. So we just kind of gotta take it. Hey, there's our capstone. Got it. We got it. Alrighty. Might as well take more membership. Yeah, we're over 100,000 coins. I don't think we need to worry about losing some. I do kind of want to take this spider cooking though. I will take it. Alright, like we're pretty much getting as many coins just from Piggy Bank as we are losing from membership, so think we're okay. Our numbers are still going up. I did entertain a thought for when we go back to stage 3 and 4 hard. I might actually just make Raven's Feather and membership just standard on every character. Because really, you can run them on every character, and it is probably the best item for that slot. Really, the only drawback to those items is, oh, you might lose coins. But we don't care about coins. So it's possible that if you see me, well, when you see me playing those those stages again, that I will be running that sort of thing. Ooh, we made a little safe space for ourselves. Teehee. Cause yeah, the nice thing about those two items in particular is that they both offer quite a bit of offense with some defense. Right? Like, membership is giving us currently 25% damage reduction, which is pretty good. I think that's actually the same as breastplate gives. So yeah, it's a solid amount of damage reduction there. And then on the Raven Feather side of things, we know it gives you absurd attack, but also you get a revive, which, I mean, you lose your attack if you have to use it, but still, that could still make the difference between a win and a loss, you know? So, and a lot of the time when we are struggling with those stages, it's because we're lacking in defense. I am curious, if I went the other way with my building philosophy, if I went and said, like, okay, I'm just gonna build as much defense as possible, and then worry about not having enough damage if I don't succeed in this run, I wonder if that would work. If I would have as much trouble, or more, or less. I honestly don't know. So, it's curious to me. We can move haste. I mean, how could we not run bomb on Picora? I mean, we're not running Hollow Bomb, but... Bomb Stamp? It's got her face on it. Or her logo, anyway. I don't think it's actually her face. Perfect. Turn to coins. All of you. One thing I do appreciate about this game that I think sets it apart for me from stuff like Toho and other games where you have to dodge a bunch of stuff, is that you don't have to dodge everything. In this game, you can only dodge the biggest stuff. And so long as you have the stats, you're good. Okay, backing off now. Because if there's anyone in this stage who can kill us, it's Nodoka. Harusaki Nodoka. I believe that was her name, right? just gonna hang out here for now. While she does her thing with the projectiles. And miss again. I do need a fan letter from her. That is one of the fan letters that I'm missing. There she goes. Didn't give a fan letter, but that's fine. Honestly fine. Okay, that's all we're doing for Picora for now. Now, the lovely Osho Marin. Similar build, not exactly the same. She does want money, but she really doesn't need money items. What she wants more is durability. So, let me remind myself exactly how she works. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 more slots open, basically. Let me just remind myself. You can run skill damage, is the thing. I know that. But Marin cares more about skill frequency than skill damage, right? Skill haste, you might call it. Right. Alright, it's on crit effect on her. Anchor, that's right. Right, we've got Lust, of course. Dangerous, Marin, Smell. Gives melee bias. She's also got an extra 20% on her, so honestly we can run the same crit items and probably be fine. I think Manin was also a character where they added like hollow coins scaling with skill damage, weirdly. Okay. Yeah, we got the build. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Oh, 7. That's right. Okay. And also melee biased, except this time we're going to be running Genghis Khan. So we put that there. We can drop that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do we want to do about Curse and Plug? That's typically what we do, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, because that makes it obvious that we can eliminate either Bomb or Tears and be fine. Okay. So. Because Marin doesn't really need as much coinage, I'm not even really gonna run the fruit sandwich like we did with Pecora. We're gonna run pufferfish instead. And we're also going to run potion because we actually want to take damage. Our health bar is our greatest resource. What's capstone on this? Capstone is GWS pill, I think. Yeah. you could run a slightly more offensive build here, in that you could run... Yep, we're gonna hold TR and we're gonna take Lava Bucket. You could run more on crit sort of stuff and less health sort of stuff, and that arguably would be more damage, but I mean, at this point we know from experience that we have a tendency to die a lot on modding just because we do stuff like this. And because you kind of have to, right? It's been kind of part of the character. Oh yeah, and we want a max cutlass and pistol, like, ASAP. Even before we max our items. To get that. Unless we can get greed. If we can get greed, then we don't have to worry about maxing it. But cutlass and pistol. Cutlass and pistol. Good. Thought there was a coin down here. There was not. Okay, but what if... Horny? What if horny? You know, talking about how similar modding and GG are, I can now imagine a similar ability on Gigi once she's in this game, but it's just called She Wants Me So Bad or something like that. Or just so bad, maybe. I can't wait. I can't wait for Advent and Justice to be in this game. I know I have to, but what I'm saying is it's going to be fun. GWS pill is not what we want right now. Okay. Here we go. Katsu anchor acquired at an awakened state. This is what we are looking for. The horny is here in full force. It's a good time. Let me chase some coins down so I don't lose my stacks. Bucket, Yeah, see, now we're dropping enough coins that we can keep our stacks up. And we didn't have to build greed or a item for that. Breastplate, also bandage. Those are the two that we need. I'm gonna run breastplate first though, because that gives us more damage. We do love our damage, don't we? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, see, the fact that modding special knocks coins out of people does make me think, it lends credence to the idea that special damage is tied to skill damage. I don't 100% know that, but it seems like it's probably the case. I'm really curious to confirm that, because there's some characters I feel like that really could, like, their builds could be very different if their special damage is increased by skill damage. Okay, I guess we're running RGB, that's fine. I think it's interesting. It's interesting. Like, I'm trying to think of a character. Ooh, we need that spider cooking. I'm trying to think of a character that would love to have extra damage on their special. I mean, kind of the first one that came to mind for me was Hachima, who does have damage on her special. And it's so frequent that, like, it would make sense that you would want more damage on it. But also that I think there may be potentially other things she wants more. Although if I remember right, there was some trouble figuring out exactly what Chama wants aside from special cooldown. Like what her build is exactly. I do not recall 100%. And arguably, I won't have to for a long time because... oh, there's bomb. We can get rid of that. Because we've beat every stage with Hachima. As we have with most characters. So, yeah, we don't really need to worry about the builds on most characters now. It's really just ID, Fantasy, and Force at this point. Because all the rest of JP and all of EN we've beaten every stage with. Which is crazy to think about. I mean, I honestly never intended for this game to be on the channel. Nor did I really intend to be streaming it this much. But if I'm gonna be honest, the thing that really sold it for me is not just that I like this game. That is true. Like, this is honestly one of my favorite games. I'd put it in my top 10 at least. But it's the fact that tier list, the VOD from the tier list stream that I did just before the 0.7 update, that's one of my best performing videos that I've ever made. Like, it's in the top 5 in terms of number of views. And I am all for the idea of, hey, if I like an idea for a video and it seems other people want to watch it, then absolutely I'll make more of it, right? Like, why wouldn't you at that point? However, it seems the tides may have changed. Tides may have turned, I guess would have been the more poetic way to put that. Because these HoloCure VODs and videos have not been receiving the same amount of attention that they were previously. And that's also part of the reason why I decided to mix things up with this stream, and not just keep doing what I was doing, with more Stage 4 hard and Stage 3 hard. Because, yeah, it seems to me, based on the numbers, that people are getting a little tired of watching the same, at the very least of watching the same 2 stages. It could just be HoloCure in general, which would make sense to me considering the fact that we can do attack up. Would make sense to me considering the fact that the that update was a long time ago. The one where I got a bunch of views. And honestly, that was probably a lot of the reason that I got so many views in the first place. I just managed to time it right, which, by the way, wasn't an accident. But yeah, now I think people's interest in this game has more or less passed for now. I mean, there will probably be another update in the future that gets everyone hyped again, but... And hey, if I've got all the stages beaten with all the characters by that point, then I'll literally have nothing to do but the new stuff when that happens. So... I mean, it ain't pointless is what I'm saying. What I'm doing now. But yeah, I'm at a point where, like... Oh god, they do a lot of damage. Where, like, yeah, I'm not getting as many views on it as possible, but I really am committed to actually finishing what I started. So, I will take less views right now for the sake of just getting it done, you know? Because I do wanna... We're so close. We're so flipping close to actually having this game basically 100%ed. I mean, we already have all the achievements. We've had that for a while. But to, like, beat every stage with every character, and to have all the Hollow House items, and I guess I could get all the pets, too. I don't know that I like the pets. Mostly because they poop. Which is a fun novelty, but... You know what I don't have, actually? I don't have the little effects you can put on yourself that you can get at the casino. There's like little sparkles and stuff you could put on yourself, which I probably should just get. It wouldn't be that hard. I have specifically made workers to be good in the Colosseum. Also, how am I having less trouble on this stage than I was on stage 5? I mean, I guess maybe stage 5 is actually harder than this stage. But this one has hard in the title. Because, like, yeah, the only time I've come close to dying was when I dove into those tacos, but they were not, they were stationary, for one. And I could just, that's the only time. It's the only time we've had trouble so far. Size stamp is nice. Bucket is nice. I guess I'm gonna have to roll this next time for an enchanted weapon. Pew 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 pew. I think... Am I right in remembering that Sora, her special... We'll take glow stick. Sora's special heals based on an amount of damage dealt. I could be wrong about that. So that would be another one where you could be like, oh, let's take skill damage here. If skill damage does in fact increase special damage. I mean, there's definitely some characters who wouldn't care at all about that. Like, say, Fauna, who just doesn't directly get any damage from her special, but she does indirectly because it heals her, and she does damage when she heals. But I miss Fauna in this game specifically. I think you probably know where to go if you're missing Fauna right now, like the streamer. But I do miss playing Fauna. Fauna, I think, is still one of my favorite characters in this game. Even though there are now significantly more characters that have the whole dealing damage based on healing shtick. I don't know, for some reason Fauna still feels like my favorite of those characters. Maybe it's the invulnerability of the special, or maybe it's just because she was the first one. I don't know. But it is neat. Yeah, just taking out some brats, that's all. Knockback, not really necessary. Get Shrek nerd. Does the anchor count as melee? Yes, it does. Okay. Pistol has multiple shots. So I was thinking maybe it's a multi-shot projectile. Sure. Okay. Glue stick. Good. Got our elite cooking. Marking. I'll keep bomb instead. I don't know if on hits can be applied by bomb, but if they can, then that just increases the area and frequency at which we can drop hollow coins with our main weapon. So we'll stick with that. Water. Wow. I still need to figure out what commercial that was. There was a commercial in my childhood where that was like the phrase, where they just said water wow over and over again. And I cannot for the life of me remember what the product they were selling was. I think it was a toy of some sort. I remember that. Right? I think the commercial aired on like Disney. Maybe? I'm not sure. It was like, water, wow, water, wow. And my friends and I would just make fun of that commercial consistently. Just like anytime water came up. I'm just gonna travel with them so I can keep doing damage to them. But now they're despawning, so I don't really get to do that. Can these guys kill me quickly? Yeah. It's fine. Nope. Nope. Still there. Okay. Did eventually despawn. Okay. Miracle Central Cannon. I mean, it is kind of a miracle that she's shooting cannonballs that large. Of course, also the size of this anchor that she's swinging around is kind of huge too. You know, it would probably bother people that I'm just not bothering to pick up all the coins that are dropping. Particularly if they were to just hop in and start watching here. It's like, why he's leaving so many? Why doesn't he have super chat time to pick up all those coins? But yeah, it's not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. I don't need coins. As I pointed out to our friend Crusader, that one stream, I have like hundreds, if not thousands of gacha rolls that I could do with my current amount of gold. Well, hollow coins, technically. It's kind of absurd. We're gonna roll as soon as we get this next level. It didn't have to roll. We just got the dagger. I mean, I wasn't looking specifically for the dagger, but I was just looking for an enchanted item. Lifesteal, not necessary. There are other things that we want still, so I'm gonna leave that laying there. Okay, and reverse is not one of those things. Upgrade, you say? Oh wait, yeah, we still have the dagger to level up, so we can max that out. We're good. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Uh-huh. Yeah, how's it going, guys? It's gonna get in the middle he is. Oh, right, I should probably take this collab, huh? That's a good idea. Dagger. We love a good dagger in this house. It is pretty nice. So the show I was doing, we are now done with. And it was fun, of course. I wouldn't do the show if I didn't suspect it was going to be fun, because I don't get paid for that. Or this, or anything at the moment, really. However, it is nice that even though I am already doing another show, I don't have to spend nearly as much time rehearsing. I do have rehearsal tonight, which does put a limit on how long I could stream. But, honestly, I'm probably going to call it before that anyway, just to preserve energy. But it is nice that this next show is not going to be nearly as demanding of my time. At least it doesn't seem like it. It shouldn't be. It's a much simpler show, arguably. I don't know, there's a lot of fight choreography, which is going to be interesting. It is funny, because the last show that I was in that had fight choreography, the director didn't really give us any choreography. We just kind of had to figure it out, and we went with something very, very simple. It was a short scene and wasn't really the focus of the scene, so we could kind of get away with it. Greed. We don't need greed. Honestly, there's really only one thing I need, aside from what I already have, so we'll just keep greed on the ground here while we fight on. Okay, yeah, got that. Gold anvil. Anyone? Anyone want to drop? There we go. Thank you. Now we're basically invincible. Boom, 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 boom. I will say it does feel a little weird to be running a crit character without Hope Soda, but I think in this case it actually makes sense. We could, and it would probably be better damage. But ultimately what we would be losing is consistent coin put out. Or coin output, I guess. Which ultimately then affects our damage, and yeah. Just the reason that we want coins. Hello, Yatagaras. Gotcha. Not a great enchant, even for a crit character like Mania. So we're gonna pass on that. Cool. We love a triple. Do 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 do. Good, good. I forgot how relaxing this game is when you're just stupid OP. It's just very chill. Haste is a yes. We will take that over attack up. Or bomb. Or maybe neither. I mean, we don't have a ton of haste. Bomb. We'll take it over bomb. And then we'll use the greed stamp that we left lying around. So we don't need any more stamps. At this point, we've pretty much got the best set we can have. Oh. Nope, stop that. And then they drop Collector. Look, we're 19 minutes in, we don't need Collector. Roll for enchants. Yeah, sure. Quit teasing me and just do it already. You silly goose. Tee. If I walk into these guys... Nope, they didn't kill me. That was early. Oh well. We preserve our crit chance better because of it. Okay, Right. I could just be walking into her. That would actually deal more damage. There we go, and we got Halloween Bay. Beautiful. Multi-shot weapon damage is neat. That is one of the fan letters we were missing. If you're curious, by the way. Here is what we are missing. A couple in stage 1. Actually, quite a few in stage 1. Most of the stuff we're missing is in stage 1. One in stage 2. Actually, this might still be stage 1. No, this is stage 2. As well as Nodoka, so 2 in stage 2. We have everything in stage 3 and everything in stage 4. So it's just some in stage 1 and 2. Okay. I like that build. I think we're gonna do it again in the next stage. How do we feel about that? Good? Good. Okay. Yeah. GWS pill is our capstone. We don't want that right now. Bandage, however, we can take. heal just to get that 10 HP back. I mean, we didn't actually lose the 10 HP, we just didn't gain it when we gained max HP. Pimon. Just like this 15 HP that we just got. Spider cooking, need that. That is important to us. Body pillow, good, yes. We can lose that, take that. I'm almost wondering if maybe there wouldn't be a better capstone than our GWS pill, because at that point, do we really need more coins? I don't think we do. I feel like, I mean, more crit chance is nice, but I feel like we don't really need it, you know? Whew. Just getting coins in time for our... Ugh. Okay, well, not that time. I was gonna say just getting coins in time to not lose our buff, but... Tiara, good. I don't want to deal with you. I guess I could be taking hits here, huh? For more lust. Arguably should be. There's breastplate, item build. We have all our items. Ooh. Okay, well, could have done that slightly better, but it's fine. Cutlass and pistol. Good, good. Give me the coins. Yes. It's like so long prior to this stream, since I played stage 2. Like stage 1, it kind of makes sense because, you know, when are you gonna go back to stage 1? But stage 2, for some reason, feels slightly more nostalgic to me. I'm not sure why. Okay. Cutlass and pistol finished. We should be able to get enough coins to sustain ourselves now. Wait for day. Uh-oh. No, we lost the buff. It's fine. Ultimately, it's fine. We'll get more later. At this point, I think it's really the fact that there aren't as many enemies that's keeping us from having our buff up all the time. Pew 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 pew. Cool. Now let me get this box. Oh look, more coins. Love to see that. Book is nice, but it's not what we need right now. And if we did get it, we'd be combining it with sausage, which, I mean, legendary sausage is fine as a weapon. It's not like, doesn't feel like anything to write home about, you know? You know, it is kind of funny how the meaning of that phrase, something to write home about, is kind of different. Significantly different, I would say, from when it was originally coined. Because, like, nowadays... Well, no, let's start with back then. Back then, to write home was, like, a pretty rare thing, right? Like, you actually had to write a physical letter and have it sent through, you know, some sort of carrier. The post office did exist. Has existed for a while, but right, you had to actually send someone, a person, to deliver the message. So like, yeah, you're not going to be writing to your folks, assuming you moved away from them, which a lot of people didn't. You're not going to be writing to your folks every day, because, you know, it's even just getting the message there was kind of an arduous trek, you know. However, nowadays, you can literally just text your mom. It's like, so, like, you don't have to reserve your messages for anything special if you want to write home. Because, yeah, you could just, like, you could just write another message later, and they'll get it instantly. It's good. It's good. We like gold Yagos here. Slightly more than we like silver Yagos, although silver Yagos are good too. Body pillow. Body pillow. I think Mania might be the quickest character to deplete our prisms on. Because, yeah, the amount of damage we end up dealing to ourselves is almost comical, I would say. The frequency with which we're getting hit and still not dying. Okay. That being said, I do kind of wish we would get another stamp that's not the pacifist stamp. Because the pacifist stamp is kind of antithetical to what we're trying to do with our build here. Like, if they're stunned, they can't hit us. If they can't hit us, we can't get lust. Well, as much lust anyway. You do still get lust from having enemies close to you, but it's not quite as much as if you're also getting hit. What I'm saying, game, is please give me some other stamps. I could use them. Sheep. Oh, hey, another one of them. Pretty good timing. Nice to be able to blast these guys with my cannon. Yep. Take that. More experiences. Lovely. Yeah, once we've got our main weapon max, we just really don't need any other source of coins. Like, we don't even have haste items, really. We're getting, like, 0.5%. No, we're getting 1% haste currently from Tiara. And that's it. And also 0.5% crit. I guess 10% crit from Pufferfish, but, like, it's really not that much. It doesn't take that much for Mania to keep her buff up. just having the main weapon maxed, really. It's all you need. And also maybe a little intentional self-damage. Alright, you. Allow me to simply stand on top. Even if it does blow up, it's not gonna kill us. And it didn't blow up. It didn't have the balls. Sure, bucket. I guess we'll start leveling Tiara now. Because I think I was right. I think I was right about the idea that having an item unleveled is not the same as having a weapon unleveled when it comes to the spawn rate of enchanted weapons. More and more I've seen evidence to support that, I feel. So we will, even though we've only got one stamp dropped, we will in fact level up our Tiara. And here's some coins. There we go. Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? I just heal myself while standing on top of yous. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Greed helps. I mean, not that much, but it does help. Get hit by dangerous body and smell, nerds. Kusa. Am I laughing or am I saying she's stinky? Who knows? ¿Por qué no las dos? Holiday playing his favorite character again. I wouldn't say that. I mean, if anything, she might be one of my least favorite because I've died so much on her. Of course, maybe that's why you're saying she's my favorite, because I have played her arguably more than any other character this patch. But no, for some reason I'm having a lot easier time than I was last time I played her. I don't remember if I had prisms last time. Maybe that was it. I think I did. I don't know. Maybe the hard stages are actually... No, I'm not taking bomb. Are actually... Or at least the first two hard stages are actually easier than stage 5. I don't know. We're gonna eliminate bomb, actually. Alright. Alright. Come here, H-chan. There we go. I don't want tears yet. Not yet. Yeah, I have played a lot of modding in recent history. Not super recent history though, because I've been focusing on all the other characters. But since this patch is gonna, Okay, alright folks. Alright folks. I don't really care what you're doing here because I'm absurdly tanky. It also could be that last time I played Marine, I was building more offensive. I think I remember having Candy Kingdom in the build, which could have been an issue. We want to roll. We want to roll for Glow Stick. Hey, look at that. It's the exact thing we were looking for. You'll love to see it. Yeah, on the topic of who is my favorite character, actually, I think it's still the case. It's a character I don't know if I've played this patch. Yeah, I don't know if I've played her this patch. Kyla. She was my favorite before this patch. It probably still is, if I'm being completely honest. Because, yeah, she just kind of gets to ignore whatever else is happening on the map and play Minecraft. Which is more or less how she operates as a streamer. Ooh, that was quite a bit of damage we took there. But I had my heal, so I knew I was good. Just like Steve in Smash Ultimate. Yeah, exactly. So I haven't confirmed this, but judging just from the titles in some of the videos in my recommended, apparently Steve is like really competitive, like potentially overpowered in Smash. Which is kind of funny to me. Because he's just such an inconspicuous character, really. Like, unassuming. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like such an unassuming character. Like, you've got characters like, Sephiroth, who's like, the one-winged angel, and, you've got Bayonetta, who's like this sexy Umbral Witch character who's super badass. And then you just have Steve. He's apparently stronger than both of them. I'm gonna wait on this. It's kinda funny. I haven't played Smash in a while, but the fact that Steve might be the strongest character is kinda hilarious to me. I mean, surely he's not as busted as, like, Meta Knight in Brawl, but it is funny that he might actually be. I mean, based on what I was seeing from those titles and thumbnails. Okay. Axe is not what I'm looking for, unfortunately. So we're not gonna bother. God, we still haven't gotten hardly anything for Sam's, which is kind of unfortunate. Excuse me while I simply run through all the enemies. I didn't even have my potion. I was living life dangerously just now. What a wild inclusion in Smash. Like, seriously, I mean, ever since Ultimate, they've always really, like, I mean, even Brawl, really. They've always really kind of just, like, blown people's minds with who they include in the game. I mean, because Brawl, you had Sonic and Snake, which prior to that, there hadn't been any non-Nintendo characters. So, like, the fact that Sonic and Snake were in there was like, oh my god. Also, they are, well, I would argue less so for Snake, but Sonic definitely is like a huge gaming icon. Like, of course, people like Metal Gear too, but I don't think it's quite as big as Sonic. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. And then Ultimate, they had stuff like, oh, Cloud from Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. Wow. Bayonetta, who, like, okay, she's, they definitely had to tone down for that game, but, and Ultimate. Who else was in Smash 4 that was like, oh my god, Mega Man? Mega Man was like, oh. That was another one people were real shocked with, and I don't blame them. Because arguably, Mega Man is like the face of 2D platformers. I'm just going to take the dagger. Particularly like NES era 2D platformers. Like, Mega Man is like the guy. Like, yes, Mario existed in the same sphere, but Mario has since moved on to other things successfully, where Mega Man kind of hasn't? Kind of has, though. I mean, Mega Man didn't really move to 3D successfully. Whereas Mario did. So Mega Man is still kind of known more for his 2D appearances and Battle Network. And the, like, Battle Network spin-offs. Star Force, I think it was called. Okay. Allow me to once again damage myself on you guys. Oh, they disappeared. Wii Fit Trainer. Also in the ranks of just, I mean, not necessarily hype, but like, what the characters? And then Ultimate, yeah, we've got so many examples. Piranha Plant was the first DLC character in that game, and it's like, why? But okay. Like, it is simultaneously cool, but also I have no idea why you've done this. And then, of course, we've got stuff like Steve and Sora and I don't know who else. Joker. Joker was kind of a big deal for his special. He wields gun. But of course, Snake wasn't allowed to have guns. It's fine. That was back in the Brawl days. Things have changed. Yeah, a lot of wild characters in Smash. It really is like a one-of-a-kind franchise. Like, plenty of people have, you know, tried to imitate it to arguably some success. But like, damn. Crazy. I feel like, I don't know. They're really talking about things that have imitated Smash. I feel like, as far as the success stories go, successful attempts to imitate Smash go, we've really only seen success in like one of two categories at a time. Whereas like, part of the success of Smash is that it's just a really good platform fighter, and you know, kind of invented the genre, but it's a really good platform fighter ultimately. And there are, I haven't experienced it myself, but purportedly there are other good platform fighters out there that are just like mechanically solid games. Arguably more mechanically solid than Smash. And then, on the other side of the coin, you've got, like, the insane crossovers, which... I mean, do we need to talk about Fortnite? Like, Fortnite isn't focused on, like, gaming specifically with its crossovers, but just the fact that any number of anime characters can pull out an AK and shoot, I don't know, Kanye or something is kind of silly. But it still ain't Smash, you know? It still ain't Smash. I'm just hanging out here, Nodoka. You can keep hitting me, but then you're gonna keep taking breastplate damage. I don't want to take the big hit, though. The laser is something I don't want to take. Okay, maybe I back off a little bit for now. Alright, we gotta be... She could potentially kill us here. Boom, 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 boom. Do. Got this. There it is. PlayStation All-Stars was fun. We played that back in the day. I don't know if it's any retail success. No, not really. But I did like PlayStation All-Stars, yeah. That was a good one. That's probably the closest anyone's come to having both those aspects of Smash. But I would argue that the crossover part of it wasn't anywhere near... Didn't live anywhere near up to the potential of, like, a Smash game. But yeah, if you're limiting yourself to PlayStation characters, it kind of makes sense. You don't have quite as many iconic characters in the Sony lineup compared to the Nintendo one. Who do we got next? Noelle? Noelle. Okay. Yeah, if PlayStation All-Stars had done well, we probably would have seen a sequel. Which we did not. But I think it was a good game. I mean, there's a reason that it's the only game I have a platinum in. Alright. Okay, so funny thing about Noelle, pretty similar build. Except we need attack size. And we can lose all of our crit stuff. I think this is still too many items though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. We can probably drop body pillow. Just use our raw health bar instead. Hey look, it's our Noelle build. Do. And Shirogane Noelle. I believe, if I was reading the patch, if I'm remembering the patch notes correctly, I believe Noelle. Actually, I think we actually go dash here. I believe Noelle actually got buffed at some point. I'm forgetting now what the buff was, but she got a buff, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, the HP she gets from Udon, I believe, was buffed. Okay. I guess we could have gotten skill damage too. What is our capstone here? Limiter, probably? Probably limiter. Okay, so we're gonna hold sheep, take bandage. Oh yeah, and I don't believe it's reflected in the text of the weapon, but it did say in the patch notes that the and I did kind of notice this already, that the HP you get from Genghis Khan was lowered. But then I believe they also buffed the amount that it heals. So could overall be a neutral change, if you will. We're gonna take milk and hold corporation pin. I'm telling you, when they add ready cut to the game, it's gonna be something about like, oh yeah, there's pickup range and attack size, you know. Corporation pin. There we go. Oh, we didn't get to kill anyone there. Here's a character that's like Marin in that you want to just basically be constantly getting hit by enemies, but one that is significantly beefier, and thus much less likely to die, even when you're not paying attention. Very, brain dead feels like a bad term, but head empty. Yeah, we'll call it that. Very head empty character. Noel. Nice. For anyone who's wondering why we went pufferfish instead of, I think it's calamari set that just gives 40 HP, it's because chances are the 10% HP we get from pufferfish is probably going to end up being more than 40. This is the one character, I think, where that's true. So even if we just wanted HP, pufferfish would be better. Where's my breastplate, though? I want that breastplate. Give me milk. Okay, fine. They really want me to have the water. Corporation pin. Finish that off. More attack size. Look at all this attack size. We get even more during our special. It's crazy. We're also invulnerable, which is neat. Pimon, we want that. That's kind of a big deal, considering it's already giving us 60% attack. 61 even. More than 61. Hold on. 60... like 66, I think? Almost 66. 65. Nice. Get him. Get him. Get the Yago. Chase him down. Let's go. Okay, got more knockback. Cool. Not necessary, but cool. Sheep, I suppose. Yeah, Noelle's aura that she gets is kind of small if you're not building attack size, but of course you are going to build attack size because it's Noelle. And her kit just screams, hey, build attack size. And health. Come at me, bros. Lol. Yeah, oh yeah, I did entertain this thought. I guess I can say it. to maybe force myself into making it a reality. So after I am done with, well, maybe I'll wait even longer actually. But at some point after I am done with beating this game with every character, I think I will make an updated version of that tier list video. Specifically because there are new characters that I need to add. And it could just be that I'll add the new characters, which would probably make for a pretty short stream if I did that as a stream. Oh, we need this. But there's a good chance that I'll be, updating the tier list video at some point. So yeah, look forward to that, I suppose, if you like the first one. Which apparently a lot of people did, because as mentioned before, got a lot of views on YouTube. Honestly, it might even just be a standalone YouTube video, rather than a stream. Because if I'm just doing the new characters, tier lists in general always do well. That's what it seems to me. They do seem to be pretty popular for seemingly that reason. Maybe I should do a tier list of games I've played on the channel. That won't piss anyone off. What do you mean you put Gravity Rush above Streets of Rage? Or something like that. I feel like I would absolutely have to preface it with, like, oh, these are just my personal feelings, but, you know. Alright, so which one of these is Bloom and which one is Gloom? I don't know. I don't know that I've ever known. Finish that off. Good stuff. What was the buff on this again? That's the special. Holy Mace. So, attack size increase for max HP. Okay, got it. Up to 100%. Roger that. I thought it might be damage increase for attack size, but it is not. Also top 10s. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Watch Mojo exists for a reason, although honestly I haven't seen any of their videos in my recommended recently. Yeah. I don't think... I mean, there was a time where their videos were considered acceptable, but then I think there was a point where they just kind of went down in quality. Probably because they ran out of stuff to do. Which, you know, happens. Oh, right. I forgot these tacos are actually kind of strong. Okay, but now I'm invulnerable, so... Oh. Well, I got a couple of them. It's weird. Those Takodachi are like the one thing in this level that really does damage. I mean, I guess Bay does too, but when I was playing Mania in this level, it was like, it's just I didn't have to worry about anything except them, really. Also, I should maybe be using my dash more. The invulnerability is nice. Good stuff. You just dance on top of them until they die. See, usually in a game, you do the dancing after they're dead. With Noelle, you do it to kill them. Good. Invulnerability is nice, as well as attack size. Very good. Okay. We are at that point in the game where we've pretty much just got our aura up constantly. It's not called an aura, it's called something else. I don't remember. What is it called? Knight's Dance, that's right. Knight's Aura is the special. Alright. Okay. Let's see, we've already got 300 HP. And we're still getting more and more from Gyudon every minute, I think? With every minute? Hold on. 30 seconds. Even better. Would be nice to get like a super item though. We could get super milk or super breastplate or super uber sheep. I think super uber sheep could exist. Actually, does it? I don't remember. Maybe not. Super limiter once we've got our super collab. Oh, hey guys. How's it going? I see you there, Fubura and Ame. Small Ame. Okay. No super item this time. Sure. That's fine. We've already got 2 other collabs that we're working on, but I guess we can take you as well. No super item. It's fine. Spider cooking is maxed, which gives us a little bit of knockback, which you know, we clearly didn't have enough of before. Between our mace and the water and nightly milk increasing our knockback. Oh, my dance is gone. Dance, it's gone. Oh, now it's back. It's not up constantly because we're killing them too fast. Sure. We can take Collector. We're not running Tiara this time, so it's not that amazing other than actually just getting us the stamps that we want. It's not like we need all the stamps this run. Size, absolutely yes. Take that over knockback. Bucket. Oh wait, I should have probably upgraded the collector stamp first to make sure I get the stamps that I want. What stamps do I want? Other than size? I mean, if I needed anything defensive, it would be lifesteal. But I don't think I'm gonna need anything defensive. A weaken, maybe? Yeah, since we're trying to get hit. Weaken would make sense. Elite cooking acquired. We're rolling this. You had so many options. You decided to give me nothing. Dagger 2, sure. So size, weaken, and what's the last stamp we want? RGB, no. I feel like last time we played Noelle we got RGB. And like held it for a consistent amount of time. Okay. There they go. Hi guys. Didn't even really have to aim at him. Speak of the devil! Hi RGB. I might just beat you up. I ain't even gonna get a chance to explode. Okay. Right. Eee. The dash is always fun. Rock hard. I mean, we could, but we kind of have to run to get hit by enemies. So I'm gonna say no on that one. We could always just go with haste, right? That would be fine. Glow stick. Hello everyone. You're trying to hit me, but it won't work. Funny thing is, you could go even more defensive with this build, right? Because we don't have body pillow and headphones, which we absolutely could if we didn't want to run attack size. I mean, we'd still be running Nightly Milk, but Corporation Pin and Limiter, also nice to have. Yeah, honestly, if you ran body pillow and headphones, you probably just would never die. Right. Look here, I'm almost taking damage, but with body pillow and headphones, you just wouldn't. It would be a little silly. Max out the water. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Uh-huh. Simple stuff this is. You know, I almost wonder if maybe I shouldn't be doing just stage 1 first and then pacifist. We actually don't want pacifist. Stage 1 first and then stage 2 and then stage 3, but I've kind of already started on this, so doing it this way. Because the thing is, if I do stage 1 with all characters, and then stage 2 with all characters, then stage 3 with all characters, and that way, because I'm missing the most fan letters from stage 1, that means I can go grinding for fan letters a lot quicker. However, honestly, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. as I mentioned at the start of the stream, I think we'll probably be done with beating stage 1 and 2 with all characters, or 1 and 2 hard, of course, with all characters by Tuesday, end of stream Tuesday, so, what's the date today? I forget. Bomb. I don't really have a way to check that right now, but, I have an improv show this weekend, and I'm not sure whether it's tomorrow or Sunday. It's probably Sunday based on various things that have happened. I'm gonna keep that there for now. No. But I do not recall. We're gonna roll for another enchant, preferably axe. We can get rid of bomb. So glad I managed that. It's fantastic. We got what we were looking for. Okay. Genghis Khan acquired. Okay, solo stamp we definitely don't need. You know what? I like this better than attack up. Limiter for more attack size. Just get a little crazy with that attack size. I see slow up there. We don't need slow. The only stamp I'm looking for now is weaken. Because, you know, a 30% attack debuff on the enemies is nice when you're looking to get attacked frequently. Limiter. Look at how big my attacks are! They're so big. Wonder if Noelle or Sana gets more attack size. I'd have to look it up to know, but it's an interesting question to me. So I think they were the only two characters in the game that directly have, like, that directly get attack size in their kit. Solo stamp is not useful to us. Hey, there's weaken. Beautiful. We don't need collector anymore. We have all the stamps we want. Except for arguably lifesteal, but I don't think we need it. Oh, hello, Yatagaras. Look at how little damage that boss is doing to me. It's so funny. I am kind of surprised we haven't hit 400 HP yet. It looks like we might actually not. Which does mean that the pufferfish isn't giving us as much HP as calamari would. But I think that's still fine, because pufferfish is giving us a lot of other things. Including pickup range, which increases our attack size. Well, I don't know if it does at this point. Does the 20% make a difference? It does. So, yeah, actually it does. So we're getting attack size and HP from it, as opposed to calamari, which will just give us HP. which in turn gives us attack damage, but, you know, and damage resistance on this character. Yeah, sure, finish the axe. Probably should have rolled there, actually, but it's fine. I heard the anvil. Good stuff. Third collab acquired. Alright. Reroll? No enchant. Damn. That's fine. We'll just tick sausage. We're at the end of the game. It doesn't matter that much. We're probably not getting another collab, so we don't really need to worry about the double enchant. Do. Oh, you're not dead yet? Please die. Okay, well, you exploded. I guess that's fine too. Yeah. Hey, perfect timing. Look at all this damage I'm just soaking up. Big tank. Ooh, okay. Alright, back off for a little bit. Alright, Bay. I see what you're doing. I see ya. Now you're dead. Okay. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna get something to eat before rehearsal. So, oh, also I haven't been doing Hollow House at all. Whoops. If you're watching, thank you for watching. If you want to stick around for a raid, that would be cool. But as for this stream, that's a wrap.